All right, let's try this again. Hey Luna, thanks for your patience. I think I got kicked off because I was playing music at the same time. Hey Dana, I hope y'all are doing well. Yeah, everything is great with me. I'm in the process of moving into a new space right now, so um, I'm getting some stuff together to just have a spot to do tarot with better light. I'm getting like a better webcam. Hey everybody. I hope y'all are doing well. Hey Cheryl. Good to see you. I hope y'all are doing well too. I'm definitely grateful for my health, grateful for shelter, grateful to be here. Oh yeah, I'm good. It's so good to see y'all and to know that y'all are doing well. I'm just shuffling some cards. Does anybody have a question? Anything that they'd like to talk about? Let's get it going. Oh, I'm glad that I'm glad that you thought so. It felt like really good. It felt really natural. And we were there for like 5 hours. It was crazy. It felt like 10 minutes had gone by. So I'm stoked to do some more readings. I'm really pumped to do some more readings actually. Okay, Cheryl, let's do that right now. So you're oh, definitely Luna. We'll definitely do that. I just found this new relationship connection spread that I want to try out. So we'll do that with you. All right, Cheryl, did you see my question? What are they thinking, feeling, my crush, John Denver? What's their next move? Of course, Jana. Let's do that. Okay. Let's check out this. There's this spread if y'all are interested in doing tarot. This website, this person called Tarot Singapore Online had this really cool spread that I've tried out a couple times called Nothing More Than Feelings. So let's try that. And we're gonna do this between Cheryl and John Denver right now. Yes, got that Gemini love. All right, so we're doing Cheryl and John Denver. I'm just shuffling a little bit. All right, Cheryl and John Denver, let's do it. I'm breaking the card into threes. And I just spread them out in front of me. All right, so the first card is going to be how Cheryl feels about John Denver. Second card is going to be how John Denver feels about you, Cheryl. Third card is going to be how Cheryl, how you might see yourself in your connection with John Denver. And fourth card is going to be maybe how they see themselves in relation to y'all's connection. Five is going to be maybe most probable outcome. And six card is going to be how to make y'all's connection better. Hey Maria, good to see you. All right, so I'm just going to flip these over. Okay. All right, Cheryl. So first position, how you might feel about John Denver. I've got this 10 of sticks here, and you can kind of tell by looking at that person, and it was in reverse. You can kind of tell by looking at this person that they feel kind of weighed down. So there might be, we're going to do some clarifiers on these too. And I might use a different deck to clarify because that can be fun sometimes. But right now I'm getting a sense of like burden. There can be something around the energy of feeling a burden towards this person or towards this situation. Maybe you're just like, I don't know what to do. Maybe I just want to let this go or something. Maybe feeling frustrated or like it's taking a lot of effort in order to get something across. Hey, Evelyn, good to see you. All right, and then we've got how John Denver feels towards you, their energy toward you. And I've got this Knight of Swords here, and it was in reverse. And this is very much an energy of someone kind of like going after what they want. The knights are usually like acting, they're like action cards. And when it's a sword, it's like somebody's acting very fast. So it could be, how they feel towards you is they might be extending towards you in kind of like a rapid way or a surprise way, or they might be feeling the need to like slow down around you, like they don't want, like they're afraid of going too fast or something. Of course, Maria, you can definitely ask a question. All right, and then I've got how Cheryl you might see yourself uh, in this relationship or in this connection with this person. And I've got the 7 of sticks. And this person maybe looks like they are like plotting something, planning something, picking out where they're going to be most like gain leverage or where they're most useful, maybe. Um, it's kind of like plotting or planning something. So I'm interested to see what the clarifiers say about that. And then we've got how John Denver sees themselves uh, in their relationship with you. I've got this 2 of bottles and it was in reverse. Bottles is definitely talking about, emotion and connection and feelings, intuition, and whatnot. And the twos is often about making a choice. And you can see there's these seahorses here. They want to be free out of these jars. There's this like message of duplicity, things happening in doubles. So this could be like, somebody extending themselves or wanting to extend themselves emotionally and connect. Hey, Kiki, good to see you. Of course, you can ask a question. So I'm stoked to see what the clarifiers say about that. We've got the outcome here of y'all's connection as of right now. An outcome, like nothing is ever finalized, nothing is ever set in stone. You very much have you and this other person, and everybody has like, um, y'all make your own choices and you can decide what your life is going to look like. Nothing's ever set in stone. So as the outcome of the relationship, I've got this temperance. It is in reverse. I don't read reversals as negative. in particular. I just look at the clarifying cards, kind of the energy, overall energy that I get. Temperance is very much about patience and finding a rhythm, finding a sense of balance, knowing how to mix things that go well together, things that are in sync or are in harmony. Those things, like, to be able to do that takes a lot of time, and that's where I think this element of patience comes from. Could be having patience for a certain outcome that's wanted or something. How to make the relationship better. I've got this Five of Sticks, and I want to touch more on this after we pull some clarifiers to see what's really going on here. This Five of Sticks, this looks like a little bit of conflict to me. The fives have an energy of change, and sometimes, well, a lot of times, people really struggle with the concept of change, depending on what's going on in their life at the time, and like how that person reacts to change, reacts or responds to change, will kind of determine how difficult the situation is. But in general, this kind of looks like a little bit of like conflict. So we'll see what that conflict's about. And we'll see what it has to do in relation to making y'all's connection better. Hey, Changy. That's what's up, Changy. I can't wait to get to your question. Thanks for hanging out. All right, so let's get some clarifiers. And in the first position, we've got how Cheryl feels about John Denver. And we had that Ten of Sticks, and we were talking about feeling burdens. So let's see what that energy is all about. Any other messages about this Ten of Sticks in reverse? Messages about this Ten of Sticks in reverse. Alrighty, I've got the Sun card here. It looks like someone either just wants to be seen or heard, and there might be, I don't know what the pressure is about being seen or heard in the way that they, hey, Miriam, good to see you. That's what's up. Or finding some sense of clarity. Maybe the pressure that's being felt by you, Cheryl, is having to do with wanting things to be seen clearly or being out in the open. Let's pull another clarifier on that Ten of Sticks in reverse. Any other messages about this Ten of Sticks in reverse? I've got this Queen of Rupees here. And the queens don't have to mean someone who identifies as a woman. Again, energy is not limited by any social constructs or any of the social structures that we are taught to live by, such as like the gender binary. Queens, to me, have an element of knowing how to harness their energy. So this Queen of Rupees in particular, which is synonymous to the Queen of Pentacles, is someone that knows how to invest their energy into whatever it is tangible that they would like to grow. So I don't know if, Cheryl, this is you and you maybe are an earth sign, or you have some earth in your chart that's very maybe dominant, or this is maybe the kind of energy that you are feeling the need to take, or feeling like you want to be this type of energy towards John Denver. What was that? Does that look like her name? Yeah, it was John. John Denver. And this person, they're planting seeds. They're literally investing their time and their energy. They know how to make things grow. So it looks like, you want some clarity about this situation. You want to be able to see if this manifests into something. I'm interested in that. And as for how John Denver feels about you, Cheryl, we got this Knight of Swords, and it was in reverse. And it was talking about fast action, someone taking action. So let's see, are they wanting to move fast or move slow? Okay, I've got the Emperor, and it was in reverse. as a clarifier to this Knight of Swords as to how John Denver feels about you, Cheryl. Hey, Benita, good to see you. And the Emperor is about taking control, taking action, and kind of making sure that they are having boundaries and a structure. And sometimes when I see the Emperor in reverse, it can have to do with power dynamics and looking at where this person is investing their power. So I'm going to pull another clarifier for this. Any other messages about this Knight of Swords or just how John Denver feels about Cheryl in general? It kind of feels like this person, it might be the reason if they're not taking action in communicating with you, what they're feeling maybe is having to do with either their own structure or not wanting to deviate from what their particular routine is, or in regards to how they feel about you, there might be some like a holdup. It feels kind of like a holdup because I don't know if this person is afraid, maybe feeling fear. There's something about some power dynamics that they don't want to let go of. Hey, Ellie, good to see you. I want to let's do some clarifiers about how, Cheryl, you might see yourself in this relationship. I've got this 7 of Sticks here. And the sevens are kind of talking about when something external is occurring, like in your life. It's a little bit kind of like the fives as to how am I going to respond or react to this situation. And oftentimes the sevens are someone like experiencing something that's going on in their external, and they're really needing to rely on themselves, or they're really like investing in themselves spiritually to understand what to do. Alex 2020 in the country, that's really cool. Oh, I hear you, Miriam. Yeah, that's definitely something to think about. Any messages about the 7 of Sticks in regards to how Cheryl sees themselves in this connection with John Denver? Okay, Tony Roxanne. I like that name, that's cool. Okay, so I'm not sure, Cheryl, if you are feeling, we got a sense of maybe frustration because of the lack of clarity that's going on. You have every ounce of strength in you to get yourself to a point of there's this energy here of like leveraging yourself, or making sure that you're not out of balance during this kind of time where you're trying to figure out what's going on with this other person. Um, Relying on inner strength, taking some time to, understand what it is that, what is it that you need in order to feel safe, I guess, or, what are some boundaries that you can instill? Like, how can you make yourself feel strong? Any other messages about this 7 of Sticks in regards to how Cheryl sees themselves in this relationship? Hey, Lash Boston Fire, good to see you. There's the Ace of Rupees here. And, someone might be trying to find the strength to communicate some sort of partnership or to extend some sort of partnership. The aces are potentials, and potentials, you need to take action towards something. See how these people are like, they're both giving and receiving. The Ace of Rupees This ace in particular is one about, are you on the giving end or are you on the receiving end of this offer in particular? And this, let's get some clarifiers on how John Denver might see themselves in this relationship or connection with you. I've got this Two of Bottles in reverse for them. Any other messages about this Two of Bottles in reverse? Interesting. So I've got this Page of Rupees as a clarifier as to how they might be seeing themselves in this connection with you, along with this Two of Bottles in reverse. This Page of Rupees was also reverse, but I just want you to be able to see the cards. So we've got this Two of Bottles, and we've got this Page of Rupees, and they were both in reverse. And as to how someone might be seeing themselves in this connection with you, while I am getting there is this sense of acknowledging that there is some kind of connection or emotional tie or wanting to express oneself, for some reason, this person is not doing this. And I'm interested in why that's occurring. Um, I'm going to draw another clarifier and then I'm going to look at the overall energy of, how this person is feeling. Maybe somebody doesn't see the practical value. Whatever this person has going on in their life, I don't know if they have like a lot going on in the tangible, like physical 3D plane. Hey, D. Oh, I'm not a Sir D. I don't have a gender. You can just call me Rachel though, and you can refer to they them pronoun. The deck that I'm using, it's not super. It's kind of the same as the Rider Waite, which the elements like fire, water, air, and fire, water, air, and like the physical plane, pentacles, like earth, I guess. No, yeah, earth, fire, water, air, earth. How those are related in the traditional like tarot weight and like traditional like Western tarot, I believe is pentacles is with earth, water is with cups, fire is with wands, and the swords is with air. And in this deck, which is based off of the Zelda video game, they associate the swords with fire and the wands with air. So you'll see me talking about that within here. But the pentacle seems to be pretty much the same. You'll hear me talk about the major arcana, and a lot of that is the same as the Rider Waite as well. But there are some cool ones that aren't the same as the Rider Waite, which is really cool. So I appreciate y'all's patience. This is my second live reading, and I'm trying to figure out how to be more like how to be quicker while giving you still good content in regards to your reading. So, right, we were talking about how John Denver, how this person thinks and feels towards you, Cheryl. And, even though there definitely seems to be this acknowledgement of taking action based off of their desire, either their interest in you, their desire towards you, they feel maybe a connection towards you. Um, there's this person's not doing that, and I'm wondering, because I'm getting a lot of like physical 3D plane stuff here. I'm wondering if that has to do with previous commitments that they have in the physical plane right now. And I can see this person wondering or thinking about like, maybe this is not I'm not in a place to start this commitment right now. And by commitment, I'm not talking about like traditional monogamy, because I don't like to follow that myself. I just mean like in regards to how someone. Oh, thank you, Luna. I really appreciate that. I hope so. I feel it too. It feels really natural. I mean in regards to where someone is putting their energy into the physical plane. Let me get another clarifier as to where John Dever, how they see themselves in this relationship with you. Any other messages about this Two of Bottles in reverse. Oof, left card. So two cards came out. I got this Seven of Swords, and I was asking about more clarifiers about how they see themselves in this relationship in regards to their connection with you. I've got this Seven of Swords. It looks like someone, they've gone through trial and error of making these swords here, and they're really trying to like work on their craft. They seem to be caught up in something. They seem to be busy with something right now. And I also got the World card in reverse, which could be meaning that this person is in a space of kind of balancing out or completing a cycle, and they're really like moving towards that. There's something personal that's going on in their life that may be why, and that might make sense as to how to make this relationship better. And I got this Five of Sticks. The six is like talking about external things. Like these look like external. Could be talking about internal things too, but sometimes it's referred to things that are going on in your external that are causing some changes in your life. And like when changes are occurring in your life, it takes a lot of trial and error, and you only have so much energy in your like energy bank throughout the day. So let's see, we got the outcome here as the Temperance, and it was in reverse. And that's oftentimes talking about balance, needing to have patience. So it could be that someone runs out of patience, they move on, bettering themselves maybe. Any other messages about this Temperance in reverse? What can you tell me about this Temperance in reverse as the outcome of Cheryl and John Denver's relation? I've got this, we've got an Eight of Bottles. This person, this is an energy of someone moving away from a routine that they previously had. Or if there was like, say I was like in a really, like, if, say I was in a situation that didn't benefit me, but I had invested a lot of time and energy into it. And so it was difficult for me to leave. This is the card or the energy of needing to leave that thing that was not benefiting you, because whatever you're moving towards is much better than the situation that y'all are currently in. And in relation to the outcome of the situation, you know how I was kind of talking about like this element of temperance, maybe somebody kind of up and leaves because they find themselves they're not, there's something about this time in either this person's life or your life or both of y'all's lives. Hey Kai, good to see you again. That, yeah, um, that maybe someone just kind of realizes that they're out of patience and that's not what they would like anymore. They would not like to invest their energy into that anymore. Again, like nothing is final, and depending on y'all's action steps towards each other and y'all's communication, um, I've almost been going for a half hour already. um, it's going y'all's actions are going to determine what comes out of this, not me telling you what's going on right now. Is it necessary to put the feet on the ground? You can put your feet, hey pretty, you can do whatever you want with your feet. If you got feet or no feet, you do whatever you want, whatever makes you comfortable. How to make this relationship better, I want to investigate this Five of Sticks right quick, then I'm going to get to an oracle card, and then I'll move on to the next person. Maybe Cheryl's just thinking. Hopefully there's not a lag on my end, because I know that was happening the other day. How do I make this relationship better? Any other messages about this Five of Sticks? there could be communication issues. Again, okay, so here's another 8, and with this other 8 of bottles, this one, we were talking about how someone might be thinking about moving away from a situation that doesn't benefit them. This is another, thanks for your question, Preeti. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. I will definitely love to get to your question. Hey, Ashley. Of course, you can ask a question. I'm kind of just going down the list. I know I should probably see what this monitor situation is all about, but this is my second live read, so I think I'm just going to like take people's names down. I am just taking people's names down right now. So right now I'm doing Cheryl, and then it looks like the next question is Luna's. Gianna. Bam, bam, bam. Bippity bop, beep, boop, beep. Evelyn. Alrighty, I got Jamie. And I'm just writing them down now because once the chat like keeps going, I can't see all the way to the top. Alright, Miriam. Oh, Maria, I see. Maria and then Miriam. Maria, guess. D, I don't know if I said hey to you, but hello to you. Bippity bap bap. Anita. Okay, okay. I've got Tony Roxanne. Thank y'all for being patient. I really appreciate it. All right, I've got D, Tony, Lash, Bob. I would really love to get to all of y'all's questions, so I'm really looking forward to doing that. Sure, Chingy. If I happen to not see your question, you can come back and just ask it again. Or if you feel like you're not going to be able to come back, it's in this live chat already, and I will not make the mistake again of removing the live chat when this video gets uploaded. So I'll be able to look back and look at your question and be able to answer it in the comments. All right, Lash Boss, and then we got Preeti, and then if you don't mind keeping a list, Maria, I can figure out. Yes, Preeti, you're in my list. Maria, no pressure to keep a list. If you feel like you are willing to do that or you'd like to do that, then that would be like very much appreciated. Got a little list going right here. Gonna finish up Cheryl's reading about how to make this relationship better. And I was talking about this eight of swords, and we were talking about this person is kind of like, do I continue with this kind of, this has an energy of like, do I keep going with this like situation that I'm in that might not be in my best interest? Or do I kind of like look behind me, like where this water is and where this sunlight is kind of coming from? Do I look behind me and invest my energy somewhere else? And so what I want to do is I would like to get an oracle card as advice for Cheryl. Yes, Ashley, let's do it. I got you down. Thank you for communicating, Ashley. All right, so we've got any advice for Cheryl in regards to their connection with John Denver. What's the best, of course. What's the best advice for Cheryl right now in regards to their relationship with John Denver? All Cheryl, we've got what am I grateful for right now? Adopt an abundance mindset. Gratitude is the antidote to all of our problems. It is impossible to be fearful and grateful at the same time. Gratitude improves our health, opens our heart, and changes our state. Today's soul action. The universal law of attraction says that we attract into our lives that which we are focused, on that which we are focused. So the universal law of attraction says that we attract into our lives that on which we are focused. Close your eyes, put your hand on your heart, and think of three things for which you are grateful for today. Notice the abundance growing in you. Hey, Harmony. Yes, I'll put you right after Ashley. All right, Cheryl. So I hope that gave you some insight and you feel like you have some information that is empowering to you so you know or can be thinking about what you want to do from here on out with this person. All right. Luna is next. Let me see. I think you posted your question. Okay, your relationship with A, you're both Geminis. Okay. Oh, that's sweet. Of course you can change your question. I'll give you some time. I hope that helps, Cheryl. Come back anytime and we can reinvestigate what's going on if this person is still in your life, Cheryl. All right, Luna, if you want to post whatever your new question is. Okay. Okay. Sure. I hear you. What are you feeling and thinking about? What move action can I expect? Let's do this same spread so we can get some info on this. All right, so this is for Luna. Oh, there's Scorpio and you're a Gemini. Okay. Scorpio, Gemini. That's very interesting. I associate Scorpios, like the ones that I've met they're very similar to Taurians, to Tauruses, I've noticed. And I am a Taurus, so that I've kind of just picked up on seeing things in other Scorpios that I like see in myself. I love Scorpios. They get such a like misunderstood rap. Like, and there's this whole weird like assumption and sexualizing of them that's really unfortunate. Not right. Ooh, I love Scorpios, Army. All right, so this is for Luna. Luna and you doing the Nothing More Than Feelings Tarot spread. Again, if you go to Tarot Singapore online, you can play around with this spread if you have some cards. All right, I'm just shuffling and splitting the deck into 3. And then I can't wait until I have like my setup. It'll probably be ready by next week, like after this coming weekend. There's better lighting. I'm getting a better camera. Right now I'm just using my laptop. Hey, Nicolina. That's a cool name. All right, so first card focused. I'm thinking about Luna and you. I'm gonna try to stay focused, even though there's a lot going on. First card. This is how Luna feels about you, their partner you, or this other person you. This is how this person you feels about Luna. This is how Luna might see themselves in their relationship or connection to this other person. And then this is how the other person you might see themselves in relation to their connection with you, Luna. This is the most probable outcome as of right now based on action steps and emotions. And this is the how to make the relationship better, the connection better. Because if anything, if you have expectations about somebody else, which I understand having expectations of other people, I don't think it's okay to hold other people responsible for your expectations, but I can understand it being disappointing when, you're like interested in just connecting with someone and they have like something else going on in their life right now. That is hella beautiful, Maria Guess. Thank you for posting that. Let's check. Shanna, Evelyn, Maria, Shani. D. Harmony, Nicolina. It looks it looks really good to me. There's like one or two things out of from what I wrote down, but I could be mistaken as well. I have I have you, Luna, Gianna, Evelyn. Then I have Changi. Then I have Maria Guest. Maria. Sorry, not you, Luna. You, Maria. So Luna right now, Gianna, Evelyn, Changi, Maria Guest, you, Miriam, D, Tony, Lash, Preeti, Ashley, and then Harmony is what I have right now. But I think that list looks great too. But we got Nicolina. So we'll just keep going here. I'm trying to get this going for Luna. So how Luna feels about their other person. I've got the Hermit. I got the Hermit and I've got it in reverse. So this could be, you might feel like this person is maybe hiding, either hiding from you, or you might feel like you're hiding, feel like you need to hide from this person. We'll get more into that because there's more to it than just this idea of hiding. This is definitely someone retreating, kind of going into themselves. And sometimes when you do that, it is best to remove yourself from society. So it could feel like someone ghosted you. And let's see how this other person feels about you. Got this page of sticks here. And this person looks like they would like to communicate something in a specific way. There's something specific to them that has to do with the style in which that they are communicating. This could be a message that is specific to you. They could be feeling like they want to communicate something to you. We'll get some more clarifiers, so we'll get more specific. All right, we've got how Luna might see themselves in this connection with this person. So we've got this Ten of Sticks, and again, just like the other reading with Cheryl, we've got somebody. There's this energy here of feeling pressure, like they feel weighed down. They kind of feel like I'd be like, oh God, like I can't wait until this is over. Like, how much more can I take, kind of thing. But the truth is that you can kind of get rid of whatever is causing you frustration or anxiety by just like you know, I don't want to say like, I definitely don't want to say cutting people out of your life, but you have like the power within yourself to gain awareness as to what these things are that is causing you maybe stress. I got you. I got you. And this feels like, God, I just want this to be over. So this definitely is feeling like a ghosting situation. There's an element here of communication about how this person feels about you. So I'm stoked to see some clarifiers. And you know what? My eye just got caught. I know it's hard to see because I don't really have a good webcam yet. There's a little tree stump here, and there's a little sprout coming out of that tree stump. I don't think I've ever noticed that before. But when something catches my eye, and I think this is like helpful for people that are wanting to read or interested in reading, you don't have to memorize like what these cards mean. You can just look at it, and whatever catches your eye like during that reading, that's when you like, oh, this is when I need to trust myself and just like look at this and kind of be interested in this, even though there's other things going on in this card. There's something about starting something new that has to do with communication. So I don't know if this person feels like they would like to reach out to you, and maybe there's some hesitation there, and we'll see what that is. As far as how maybe Luna, you see yourself in this relationship, I'm getting very like, I'm fed up with this. Like, when is this going to end? But the answer is that you have everything within yourself to make something less stressful for yourself. I know that that's like hella easier said than done, but it is a better option or solution than allowing somebody like putting your power in somebody else's hands. Like, you make your own choices. All right, and then how the other person, you, how might they see themselves in this connection with you? Hey, Prince, best three cards for you. What are the best three cards? Can you maybe explain what you mean by that? Maybe be more specific, Prince. I'm just gonna put you down on the list just in case. How this person you might be feeling in relation about themselves in relation to this connection with you. I've got this three of rupees and it's in reverse. Thank you, Maria. Yeah, you're so helpful. Thank you. All of you are just like so kind and helpful. Um, there is this element here, rupees having to do with foundation. There's the ground. I can't help but notice the ground, a foundation that's specifically in the background. And these people are working in sync. They're trying to work in sync with each other. How this person might be feeling about themselves in relation to this connection with you is like maybe feeling like they either don't know how to move forward, or they're feeling like they cannot be partnered with somebody else right now in order to move forward with whatever is processing that they're doing right now. So let's take a look at, hey GS, thanks for your question. I'll put you down on the list. I think Maria's just been on top of it. They'll put you down on the list, and then we'll get your, and hello to you GS. Good to see you. We'll get your question answered. All right. So, outcome of y'all's current relations currently, and again, nothing is ever set in stone. Your actions, the choices that you make, you have free will, and that is like a beautiful thing to have in this situation. A lot of times, people in the world are crazy and they use their free will to be doing awful things. But in this situation, you can use your free will to make something manifest that you would like to have manifest. Outcome of this current relation, I've got the strength card and it was in reverse. So this outcome, whatever is going on here, um, this is kind of looking at y'all's combined energy right now and looking at, okay, how is this going to look in the future? Is it going to kind of stay looking like this? It really just depends on where both or multiple people, if there's multiple people involved, where everyone's kind of coming from right now, both mentally and emotionally. And it looks like there is you know, whatever happened in the past, maybe it's transferring here. There kind of seems to be this like discombobulation. And I don't know if it's like, it's just kind of like chaotic a little bit. Not that I'm saying that the outcome is going to be chaotic. I'm saying that if this situation continues in the matter that it does, and people are taking, staying in these mindsets and whatnot, could be a little chaotic as far as like y'all's two energies coming together right now. But strength is also about balance and people finding the strength to balance things that they feel instinctively, like maybe someone feels like triggered, they feel anxiety or something. Strength card can mean someone is really trying to overcome those imbalances and really overcome like their anxieties. So let's pull. Oh, okay. And then we got how to make the relationship um, better, or just like how to be helpful. This is essentially advice for either or both of you as to how to best continue. We've got this Three of Sticks, and it was in reverse. What I would like to say about this is for one of you, either of you, both of you, not making any move unless something is communicated. And, I don't know if there's like, you said there's no communication, so I imagine there's not a lot of chance for someone trying to manipulate a situation to come back. But this is just talking about planning something out before things are said or before you take action, consulting with other people. So let's do some clarifiers. We'll do an oracle and we will continue on our way. I'm trying to do more than two people in 1 hour. We've been on here for almost 1 hour and I've only, this is my second person. Let's get some clarifiers. Let's see how Luna feels about you, the other person. Any other messages about this hermit in reverse? Any other messages about this hermit in reverse? The luckiest card for me, friends. For me personally, I really like seeing the Six of Bottles. I like seeing the Six of Bottles because I like the number 6. The number 6 gets a bad rap because of the concept that I think like got very westernized, which was 666. But the number 6 is actually like one of the most harmonious, cooperative, like has the most harmonious cooperative frequencies extending from it. There's a lot of like love and sharing and unconditional like love, whatever that may mean to you. So I really like the Six of Cups. And whenever I see the Queen of Cups, I'm feeling really good about my intuition because the Queen of Cups is like emotional intelligence. Like that person is very intuitive. Speaking of the Queen of Cups, I've got the Queen of Bottles here in reverse. I was asking for Luna, how Luna feels, any clarifiers about how Luna feels about this other person, you. Got this Queen, interesting. I've got a King of Sticks, and I've got a Queen of Bottles, and it was in reverse. In addition to this Hermit reverse, so in relation to how, Luna, you might be feeling about this other person, it very much looks like this other person is in hiding. Maybe you feel like this person's too much in retreat, and I'm feeling very passionate about them, but I do not know. It's like I feel like I'm kind of maybe thinking about it so much or feeling it so much that it's clouding my judgment, or not even just, yeah, I'm not going to doubt myself. It's like either clouding my judgment or my decision making, how to move forward. Thank you for your question, Prince. I'm interested in what cards like make you feel really good. Like what cards, when it pops up in a reading for you, like what do you like to see? Like what most resonates with you? I'm interested to see if anybody has an answer for this because everybody's so different. How you might be feeling about this person. Maybe it's something that maybe you're thinking about a lot that has you doubting in yourself. But again, there's this element here of like, you can give yourself whatever it is that you are looking for in the external. A lot of times people will go looking for things in other people. Like, I can understand like wanting care and affection, but nobody's going to be able to give you everything that you need. Like you have everything inside you to be able to give yourself. So I think maybe, when we pull an oracle card or two, maybe this is the type of message that will come up. Because this person seems to be in some sort of retreat. Let's get some clarifiers as to how this person feels about you, Luna. So far, I've got the Page of Sticks. Any messages about this Page of Sticks? Two popped out here. Got the Moon. I've got this Five of Swords, and it's in reverse. So, what I'm thinking of in regards to how this person feels about you, we've got this element here, we've got this Page of Sticks. Someone's trying to show something, or somebody wants to communicate something. But this Moon card here is indicative of maybe some fears that this person has. They're in a mindset. Maybe they feel towards you, I don't know if I know this person, or there's something about this person that is like, I'm not sure about. It's not clear to me. It would be like if you were, oh, I hear you, Luna, I know. It would be like if you were, if somebody dropped you off in like a location in the middle of the night that you were not familiar with and you had to try to get back home, it'd be like walking in the dark. Like you might be frustrated and scared and you don't know where you're going. So what I see with this in relation to someone, how this person might feel about you, they might be feeling like, even though I would like to communicate, it's not happening right now because I don't know either how I feel about this person or how I feel in general. It's Luna's turn right now, GS. Just doing Luna's reading right quick. And with this Five of Swords has an energy of something almost being a game or like a competition. Someone's testing their skills, or someone's skills are being tested. So I don't know if it's because there definitely is this kind of like inspired energy or wanting to communicate, but not taking the action steps necessary because they don't quite know that how they feel about you right now. Oh, it's all good, GS. It's always good to communicate. I appreciate you communicating. And this person in this Five of Swords looks like they're testing skills. So I'm wondering if someone wants to communicate, but they're not sure about how they feel about dipping back into the waters, or like testing themselves, their skills. That often has to do with working with other people too. And we did get that. Um, we did get another card about how they see themselves in the relationship in regards to not feeling like they would like to work with other people right now. Let's do a clarifier on how. Oh, did we do a clarifier on how you might see yourself? Oh no, we didn't. Let's do a clarifier on how Luna might see themselves in regards to this relationship. I don't see it as being sad. I just dropped some cards. I see, this person is definitely thinking about, they're definitely might be in their head, like they're definitely thinking about what's about you, about y'all's connection, about what's going on, maybe how they might be able to extend themselves at this time, how you might be feeling about yourself or how you might see yourself. I've got this 10 of sticks. That was one of the original ones that we drew, and it's in reverse. And that's the one where I was like, I might be feeling fed up. And it's interesting because we also got this ace of sticks. Something new. How you might be seeing yourself in this situation might be, God, I want this old cycle to end, and I'm ready for this new thing to start right now. I want to, maybe you're having an epiphany of how things have transformed or lack thereof. So maybe you're gaining more awareness as to kind of how this relationship or connection has transformed over time. There's something about, there's this element of cycles here, and I don't know if y'all's connection has gone through, it seems like it's gone through a series of cycles, and there's one in which, interesting, I saw the ace of bottles in reverse just now as I was shuffling, so that's two aces that I've seen, and there might be somebody doesn't want something to come to an end. Maybe you feel like you don't want whatever connection you have with this person to come to an end. But I think what has been predominant within this reading is that there have been multiple times, there have been multiple cycles of y'all's connection. And the death of something doesn't have to mean in particular the absolute end. Oh, you've known each other for a long time. I see. It doesn't have to mean the absolute end of y'all's connection. It just means it's an end to what it feels like right now, which looks like a good thing to me. So I'm very interested actually to see how to make this connection better. I'm going to do a clarifier right quick on how they see themselves in relation to y'all's connection. Any messages about this three of rupees in reverse? Okay. Interesting. I've got the six of rupees in relation to how they see themselves in this connection or relationship. What's interesting is that I first drew the three of rupees, and that's when we were talking about this idea of working with other people. And in both of these cards, you can see that there are multiple people, and there's somebody, this was in reverse. Somebody could be in a space of, how this person you might feel about themselves in regards to their relationship with you. It could be that they feel like they would like to bring balance to this connection, but as of right now, maybe working with other folks. There's something about working in synchronicity with someone else, but there is this element of having balance, but it's balance in a way. There's an interesting dynamic between the two, between the two of you that maybe they would like to have. Maybe they would like to have more control or something over the type of dynamic that they have with you. I don't know what it is right now. Any other messages about this Three of Rupees in reverse? We've got this Knight of Sticks, and it was in reverse. How this person might be feeling towards you is that they may or may not be in a space of being able to focus on how to bring balance to this connection of y'all's. So this person kind of looks like they are struggling with something right now in their own personal life. And there is this element of like, I would like to connect and reach out, but they seem to be really going through something right now and not in a position of like focusing. Like their energy is very much drawn away to something else. So let's look at clarifiers for the most probable outcome of this relation. So far we've got strength in reverse. Any messages about the strength in reverse? We have got the Three of Swords, and again, the sword is associated with fire. So it's associated with creativity here. Any other messages about the strength in reverse in regards to the outcome? Okay. There is this element here of going your own way doesn't necessarily mean that this person is being cut out of your life or that this person may not come back to your life at another time. It just means that you're putting yourself first. And whatever imbalances are in your life, whatever external imbalances are around you, you're putting a balance to those things. And sometimes that means choosing yourself. Other clarifiers to go with this Three of Swords and the strength in reverse in regards to the outcome of y'all's connection or relationship. These are both about taking action. And they're both about taking action and manifesting, using your willpower to manifest into the physical plane things that you have dreamt up or that you would like to manifest. There's a lot of like ground here. So I don't know if something with you in particular, maybe you have some interest, Luna, that maybe kind of maybe your focus has been deviated from these things because you're concerned with your connection to this other person. This other person's going to act however they want. I'm sure that you've experienced that up to this point already. But what you can do to feel more empowered, like you're not giving your person, this other person, your power, and by that I mean giving them your time and your energy when it's maybe not reciprocated at this time, is investing in yourself. There's this reoccurring theme of investing in yourself. I do not personally see a complete severance of connection here. Let's get some clarifiers on this. Being more accepting to cycles is something that I just heard. Being more accepting to this concept of something dying. I love the death card, actually. You know, Prince was asking about cards that I love to see, and I love to see the death card. A lot of people get scared of that card, or like they, they get scared of that card or stress out about that card because they assume that it means that they are going to die or someone in their reading is going to die. But death is a natural process of any cycle. So when I'm talking about my connections with other people, like, and your connection with yourself, like you're constantly going through cycles of awareness and changing things that you, right, exactly. It's transformation. Exactly, Luna. That's perfect. Let's talk about this. Let me get some clarifiers about how to make the relationship better. We got this Three of Sticks in reverse, and that was talking about before you do anything, you know, speaking to other people about it, having a solid plan, triple checking that plan. There's this element of communicating and not just kind of going and doing something, um, not behind someone's back, but like even not taking into consideration your best interest. Right, Prince. That's a really good point. We are still on Luna. I'm about to finish their tarot reading, and I'm going to do an oracle for them. Let's do a clarifiers on this Three of Sticks in reverse. Any messages about this Three of Sticks in reverse as to how to make this relationship better? Ooh, we got one jumped out of here. Six of Bottles. This is that card that I was talking about that I like to see. This is about looking at things that have happened in the past. This person, even though you may or may not be familiar with this game, you can see in this picture, this person is chilling. They are looking like they're reminiscing about something. They're reminiscing about the past and they're thinking good things about it. There's this reflection in the water, which is really indicative of the water is telling me about somebody's feelings. The ripples are telling me that this person's feelings are being pulled by experiences that they have had in their past. This could be you and this other person. And I think that the advice here, you know, as in addition to this idea of communicating before you take action steps, right, towards anything, is coming from a place of love. Whatever has happened in the past with you and this person, trying to look at either this person or this situation or the past fondly. Whatever it requires of you to be able to do that, which it might require you taking some time to yourself, a lot of self care, like how we were talking about, and just figuring out what that means to you, because self care means something different to everybody, I think, because people understand words differently. But there's this element here of when you're looking at the past, try and think fondly of it. Have an open heart. Come from a place of love. And do whatever research or investigating, figuring out whatever that means to you. All right, I want to do an oracle card for Luna. We'll see if a couple pop out of here too. And I love this Soul Truth deck because it really just like gives you some really good exercises to journal, some things to be thinking about so that you can be closer in contact with your soul, the part of you that is connected to higher vibrations that you get energy for. Oh, you don't need to. Do I still feel love from this person? Yes. Yes, there definitely seems to be, however, because everybody understands the word love differently. So I'm assuming that you mean, is there any type of care that this person or any type of interest that this person has in you? And I would say that the overall theme that I am getting as to where this person is coming from is that even though there might be something that is inspiring them to communicate with you, there's this feeling of, I'm not sure who this person is, or I'm not sure, they're trying to figure this out. They're very much in the dark trying to figure this out. And so it's a little bit more complicated. There are a lot more layers than, does this person care for me or have an interest in me? I would say yes to the question of does this person, um, you know, uh, still have some sort of interest or inspiration to continue something, but they very much seem like they are not currently focused on bringing this into balance. Oh no, it's not gone, Preeti. If anybody has to leave again, if anybody has to leave, you can leave your question in the comments, and then when this video gets posted, I'll be able to look back at the live chat and see what questions got left. Any advice for Luna in regard to their relationship with this person, you? Any advice for Luna? All right, and I want to pull one more too. Any other advice for Luna right now? All right, two more came out. Thank you so much, Maria. First card, Luna, is what if it isn't true? The thing that you are telling yourself right now, the concrete reasons why you think you don't belong, you can't do it, you won't get there, you're not enough, or it's not for you. What if it isn't true? Today's soul action is it's time for a soul chat. This is exactly what we were just talking about. Close your eyes, put your hands on your heart, and ask the wise one within you, what if it isn't true? What else might be possible? Journal your answer. What lie do I need to let go of to reach my soul's truth? Okay. What am I focused? Am I focused on what I am gaining or what I am losing? Are you going through some change? Clearly. Are you scared to let go because of what you might lose? What if you shifted your focus from what you might lose to what you might gain? Endings are actually new beginnings. That's exactly what we were talking about with the death card, okay? Today's soul action, today make a list of all the things you will gain from the change you are going through. And this is really good if you don't journal already, which you probably do. You seem like everybody here seems like a very intuitive person. Journaling has really helped me in like my intuitive endeavors and just becoming more conscious of what my subconscious has been trying to show me through symbols. Today, make a list of all the things you will gain from the change you are going through. Feel your heart, take a breath, and deepen into trust. Amazing things are coming. They're afraid of how you react. Okay, I see. That might be why this moon card is here. Because there's definitely this feeling of like, I don't know about this person, and I don't know if I want to, with that Five of Swords, as far as like being in competition, there might be some conflict. So let's see, Preeti, we've got you maybe like 7, 8, maybe 9 people down. And I'm going to try and speed this up. I've got to feed my pup here in a second, and then I've got to take my pup for a walk and whatnot. I'm going to leave this live stream up because I won't be gone that long, and then I want to be able to answer the people's questions. And again, anybody that doesn't want to say, I know these cards are so wonderful because they're so empowering like, to yourself. That has a question, if you already asked it, then you can just leave it in the chat and then I'll answer it in the chat. Again, I accidentally, when I was editing a video, it was my first time trying to like upload something to YouTube, accidentally erased the live chat, so I didn't get to the other people's questions. Um, Oh, that's what's up. I've got one more oracle card from you. From who can I release judgment from right now? Judgment closes our heart to truth and separates us from love. It binds us to our fear and holds us in shame. On whom are you placing judgment right now? Is it someone in your life? Is it yourself? Release the shackles, drop the expectations, and be grateful for what is. Today's soul action is look at the person you are judging as if you are looking at them, looking look at the person you are judging as if you are looking at a small child. And you know what? I'm getting the chills just thinking about it because that very much reminds me of the Six of Bottles when we were talking about, okay, people like if they're whatever it takes for you to be able to look at the past fondly and be my understanding of being loving towards other people is having this type of perspective, looking at other people as if you're looking at them like they're a small child and not judging them, giving them not the maybe like the benefit of the doubt, but like just being open to something other than thinking hurtful things towards them. See them learning and growing, falling down and making mistakes. See their desire to be loved and accepted. Add even more grace to open your heart to this truth. When I lift the judgment from myself and others, I uncover my own truth. I am loved, I am whole, I am limitless, and so are they. That is very much Six of Cups energy right there. Okay, Luna, I hope that helped. Obviously, you're welcome to this channel anytime. Like, this is your space too. This is y'all's space too. So don't be afraid to ask the same question over and over and over. Like, when I was like trying to understand how to do readings on myself, I'd be asking the same question over and over and over, and not every time I would do it, I'd be a little bit more open to what the cards were saying, but still be stubborn as all hell because I would want usually a particular, for sure, for sure. I don't feel bad energy from you at all. That's really awesome. I mean, if anything, that's just validation for what you've been doing already, which is really excellent. Okay, thank you so much. I love having your energy on the channel. You're so sweet and very intuitive. Like I love having all these people in the chat. I feel are very intuitive, and I'm grateful to have y'all's energy around me right now. All right, so Gianna is next, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna feed my pup right quick. It only take like 5 minutes or so, and I'll be right back. If you want to hang out, you can. If not, come back at any point. You still hold your space in the list that Maria's got going or that I have going, and I'll be right back. All right, Pupperoo. All right, I am back. I appreciate y'all being so patient. If Gianna is here, oh well, thank you. I hope y'all are having a good day wherever you're coming from, day or night, whatever time of day it is where you're coming from. I hope y'all are surrounded by a chill environment or feeling grounded and secure. Thank you, Maria. Oh, that's how you add a moderator. I'm gonna look into that. I don't know exactly what a moderator does or what that means or like. I'm gonna do some research. Is Gianna in the house? In the house. I'm stoked to do some more tarot. Let's do it. They just keep track of the chat. If I... Okay. Oh, right. If they come in and they're like saying rude stuff. If I make you a moderator, how would you feel about that? My pup. So cute. You feel okay about that? Because you can obviously say no, or at any point leave or not feel like you don't want to be a moderator anymore or anything. There's no like permanence or anything if you don't want that. Okay. Oh, that was easy. Well, thank you, Maria. I appreciate your time and your energy. Thank you. Been very, very helpful. All right, Gianna. I'm not seeing Gianna, but if they happen to come back, then I will. There you are. I see you. All right, Gianna. Would you mind reposting your question right quick? I'll give you a minute. Thank you so much, Maria. Is anybody else in here into tarot too? I'll ask that question while Gianna just gets their question ready. Is anybody else here do readings? I'd love to support y'all's channel too. But not just that, but I'd love to like talk about tarot. Whoa, that's really cool, Benita. I was just thinking about that too, like literally just playing with playing cards. Evelyn, you too? That's really dope. What kind of decks do y'all like? Alright, Gemini, can I have a relative about my relationship with my Gemini? I'm a Gemini. We are in a LDR. Would you mind telling me what an LDR is? And that might just be my lack of knowledge. Not very expressive of their emotions toward you. Let's see what this person's thinking about. I would love to know what this person is thinking about. Oh, did you actually? That's really cool. You don't have any cards in. Luckily, there are so many now, and you can just make your own seriously and just give them whatever meaning you want. Like the cards aren't the ones with the power. Like you are the one with the power, and your intuition, like your subconscious. Even if you make a deck, like it's gonna pull out whatever it is that you need to hear. Spirit song. Oh yeah. I think I watched a couple people on YouTube using that deck. I like that deck. All right, Gianna, I'm gonna get it. Let's do this nothing more than feelings tarot spread that we've been doing. Oh, that's really cool, Ashley. That is super dope. All right, so Gianna and their Gemini. Y'all have been together for 5 years, okay. All right, so let's do how Gianna feels about the Gemini. Well, I'm shuffling these first. I'll cut them into 3. And then I'll spread them. All right. First card I'm gonna pick is how Jenna feels towards their person right now. Second card is how the other person feels towards Gianna. Third card is going to be how Gianna sees themselves in the relationship. Fourth card will be how the other person sees themselves in the relationship with Gianna. We're going to do probable outcome, which is again, nothing is set in stone. It's just based on the continuation of current thoughts and emotions. Oh my god, the light series. Yeah, I just watched somebody this person that I am subscribed to. I think their name is like Mystical Tarot. They just did like a review on the Light Series tarot cards, and they look really cool. Did you know also that Mystical Tarot person helped me because I have these Moonology Oracle cards. I love Oracle cards, and I like this deck too. They're beautiful. Like the cards look like this. If you put these under some black light, which I just got in the setup that I'm about to have for tarot, like they look so cool in black light. So we'll have to do a get together where we're all doing when we're under some LED lights and we're doing these Moonology Oracle cards and get some good information for us. All right, and then we've got how to make the relationship better between Gianna and their Gemini person. Okay, I'm just gonna flip these over and kind of go across the spread. So, how Gianna, you might be feeling about your person. The world is often talking about the end of a cycle. The four elements within yourself, like your passions, your emotions, your thoughts, and your practicality, your sensibility, all being in, uh, they're working copacetically, like they're in balance to the point of some cycle that you've been in coming to a completion. And I got this in reverse, and we'll get some clarifiers on these, and I don't read reversals as particularly negative. So we'll see what's up with this, because this could also be someone not either because the question is how you feel about this other person. So it might be, you might want a fresh start on something, or there's this energy here of kind of having a stuck perspective. Maybe with someone would like to have a bigger picture perspective, in regards to what I'm not sure. We'll see here. Yeah, so first card is how you feel about this other person. And so we got the world for you, and it was in reverse. But just in general, the energy here is something about ending a major cycle, wanting to have all of your elements in balance with one another. Um, Closing out a cycle, having this like bigger picture perspective of a situation. So maybe there's like a um, lack of understanding, a lack of perspective. We'll see with the clarifiers. Second card is how this other person, this Gemini person, feels towards you. And we got judgment in reverse. I just heard a weird noise. We got judgment, and it was in reverse. How this person could be feeling towards you. And judgment, this person is like, there's definitely some sort of transformation going on here. And what's interesting is that the judgment is actually the card right before the world. Like these two cards in traditional, like Western tarot, not in this deck because there happens to be one more card after this in this deck, but a lot of times in traditional tarot, it'll wrap up to the number 21. And so we've got 20 as to how this person feels about you. We've got 21 as to how you might be feeling about this person. So there's something here about maybe a situation that, could be transforming, could be transformative. Somebody's having, somebody could be having like an awareness of this transformation, an awareness of the fact that there's been something in cycle going on, something that's been going on for a while, that is transitioning into something new. Okay, so we've got how you, Jenna, might see yourself in relation to this person. So just like how you see yourself in the situation. I see, I feel that this could be, obviously this person is very rooted in the ground. So they might just be very solid, feeling very wise, feeling like they are wanting to uphold their beliefs with this person. It could be feeling like very solid and grounded in relation to um, maybe their uh, beliefs around a situation or your relationship with this person. Could be feeling like you are really needing to rely on your own self-knowledge, possibly. Let's see. And then we've got how this person feels about themselves in relation to y'all's relationship. And they're feeling about themselves, they're feeling pretty confident. They're feeling very maybe creative. There's a lot of room for sharing, creativity, for love, for abundance. This person's feeling very confident, possibly. And it's interesting that y'all both got these like earth foresty type energies as to how y'all feel. And there's trees in both of them. Look at that. This person's sitting on a tree. There's something about being grounded, and maybe this person maybe feels like while this is a different type of grounding, really kind of like being an actual structure, this person is like on top of the structure. So maybe they're feeling like they are able to be in this environment and take advantage of this environment that you are either providing for them, or that you are like holding together, this foundation that you're holding together, and really feeling like they might be able to be thriving in these environments and conditions. So that's beautiful. Let's see, we've got we've got the outcome, which again is just like what is most probable in the future when I'm incorporating both of y'all's thoughts and feelings together currently, if things continue in the way that they're going right now. We've got this Four of Sticks, and it is in reverse. This definitely has an energy of relaxing. Like this person is finding peace. They're finding peace in their, again, there's a tree. There's another tree. There's this, it could be like a household. It could be like peaceful household, or just being able to gain some rest and clarity from maybe something that it's also four is also closing out a cycle. There's something about a cycle here, something that's been an energy that's been maybe prevalent, and there's a transformation here that could lead to being more like at peace of mind. So we'll get some clarifiers on that, and we've got how to make a relationship better. What I'm getting from this right now is sharing workload, sharing responsibilities. I'm getting, how can I release whatever this pressure is? There's like either a pressure on the connection or the dynamic, or maybe one of you feels like there's some pressure. But if there is any pressure, I guess the advice here would be to obviously ask for help in delegating responsibilities, or it's kind of like hang tight, you're almost there. It's closing out a cycle. Again, there seems to be this major theme here of transformation into something else. So I'm going to get some clarifiers on this. Let's get some clarifiers as to how you feel about this other person. Any messages about the world in reverse? Thank you, Maria. Level up. This is very much exactly what you just said, level up. So as to how you might be feeling about this person, Chariot, right? We've got like fast movement, breaking through obstacles. There's this sense of freedom, wanting to be free, maybe wanting the energy to be copacetic and moving in a direction, something new. And I've got this Wheel of Fortune here, and it was in reverse. And you know what is very interesting is when I was thinking about the world and I was going through this whole thing talking about the 20 is about having or the world in general, about like having all of your elements, how you think, how you feel, how you're physically, like how you're acting or treating your body, or like um, which one am I missing? Your desires and your passions, having those all in balance internally, allowing for it allows for new awareness, new cycles to complete. And half of 20 is 10. And this Wheel of Fortune has this same type of energy of, if I'm wanting to have something move in a desired direction, am I, or is the situation balanced in the sense of emotions? Is it balanced in the sense of am I going towards what I actually desire? Am I moving towards something that's like physically sensible and tangible? So I got fire, and how I feel is the direction that I'm wanting to move it in correspondence with how I feel and my values and where I'd like to align. So how you might be feeling towards this person is there might be this sense of stuckness, and how can I make this balance? How can I make this transform into something different? And I think that, if anything that I've learned from the Chariot, um, it's that if the action steps that I am taking are in alignment with the values that I have, then I'm going to get what I want, for sure. So in regards to, how you might be feeling about this person, you might be feeling stuck. You might be figuring out, like, trying to figure out how to achieve what it is, the either the state of mind or the state of relationship that you want with this person. And I think it comes back to what it is that you value about yourself, or like value within yourself. Let's see, get some clarifiers as to how this person feels about you. We got the Judgment in reverse initially, and that's very much talking about transitions. There's different levels of awareness that people cycle through that we've been talking about. Any other messages about this Judgment in reverse? There's something about bringing something to the light that it might be taking some time for this person to realize. There's like a state of mind that this person is in right now that I'm very much feeling, that there's like a level of consciousness or awareness about the situation or y'all's connection that is kind of like slowly coming to the surface. See this Eight of Sticks? You see this person in this card right here? They're tied to this tree, but they could untie themselves. This is kind of a feeling of like, oh, how do I make things move forward? I don't want to mock this person at all because there definitely seems to be, well, I don't want to mock them at all anyway, but there seems to be this level of like, everybody's on different timelines as far as like gaining awareness about either something about themselves or things going on in their external. And it seems like it's just taking this person a while, either because they are holding themselves back, there might be some limiting beliefs that they might be having, some like victimization, blaming themselves for something that might be happening. There's this energy here of like struggling to learn from past mistakes, or feeling like past mistakes might come back up, and there's this like either reservation, or not even reservation, but well, I don't want to doubt myself, but the energy of reservation, or the energy of this person is slowly becoming more conscious and aware of their dynamic, how they play their role in this relationship. And in regards to how this person might be feeling towards you, they might be feeling a little bit stuck as well, or they might be aware of this stuck feeling to a limited extent. So let's see. Let's do a clarifier about, Gianna, how you feel about yourself in this situation. You got the Hierophant, got a lot of trees and grounding, a lot of solid foundation. It seems that one person might be feeling solid foundation, and the other person might be feeling like, not I'm here along for the ride, but it kind of is like on the boundary of I'm enjoying my time. I'm in this really awesome environment, and you might be feeling, I don't know if like taken advantage of is the correct term, but it might be feeling like a little bit unequal as far as like responsibilities go. So, this Hierophant, any messages about this Hierophant as to how Gianna might be? Any other messages about this Hierophant? Two of bottles. Okay. There seems to be this like lack of, or how you see yourself. There might be this idea of, if I'm being you right now, I am wanting to have something come together, like be copacetic, be working in sync. But there seems to be either kind of like lack of acknowledgement from the other person, lack of connection from the other person. There's something about the reciprocity here that is interesting to me. And you might feel like you are really trying to make this partnership be as synchronous as possible, but it's either you're struggling to either get feeling from this person, kind of I think like how you were saying, or there is some you definitely need some like, seems like you were feeling like you need some emotional reciprocity. I'm gonna do some clarifiers as to how this person might be feeling about themselves in this situation. And we've got the Empress here. Okay, interesting. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I can feel that. Any other messages about this Empress here? Okay, I saw this when I was shuffling, and then it came out as to how this person might see themselves within this relationship. This person might be oblivious to what's going on. I've got the happy squirrel here, and it was in reverse, and that's often talking about um, messages that are like coming from the universe in kind of like a secret way. It would be like if you were, if somebody were coming to me, or if somebody was like doing a reading for themselves and they kept asking the same question over and over and over. This is the universe being like, you're asking this question way too many times and you just need to let something unfold. And so, what I'm getting from both of these energies, and from this Empress, and from it being in a position in which someone is thinking about their position in the relationship and how they feel about themselves, I don't know if this person might be feeling oblivious to like how you feel. Um, because I feel like this person feels like this whatever the situation they are in with you is one which benefits them and benefits them possibly even creatively, boost their confidence, boost them intellectually. There's something very creative. We've got more like sticks and stuff in here. um, there might be something about their communication that maybe they are just like not aware of. So we're gonna do outcome, most probable outcome. I got this Four of Sticks. Any messages about this Four of Sticks in reverse? Okay, I've got some messages. So we've got this Knight of Pentacles, and we've got this Moon card. It could be that for a little while, if things keep going the way that they're going, there could be this continued feeling of, God, I don't know what's going on here, or feeling frustrated, very much feeling in the dark. Um, but there is change coming. It is a slow movement. Even though there is slow movement, there is still the potential. There's this energy here. Yeah. And that's like more specific than unaware is like, I don't know what this person's going through, and I don't know what type of inner work they're doing or what type of work they do with y'all or what y'all's agreements were for your partnership, because every partnership is different. um, I don't know if you need to have a conversation with this person. We'll see as to what best action steps to take next, because we did get this 10 of sticks here for that. And then I was kind of talking about ending these burdens by either asking for help or just completely letting everything go and starting new, starting to live your life under new ideals. There seems to be this maybe slow process of something feeling very kind of uncomfortable and wanting to take a rest. So I do see that there is positive change coming. This requires, moon card's not bad. I don't think any of the cards are bad. I think the moon card is kind of misrepresented and seen as being bad because when the moon card shows up, it means that you're mostly relying on your intuition to kind of guide you out of something. There's not a lot of like clarity in the physical plane, like how maybe the sun brings clarity. Like the sun is how I'm able to see myself in this thing because it's, well, being captured by this camera, but you can see any of the objects that are around you right now because there's light reflecting off of that object and going back into your eye, which is just a symbol of clarity. So there might be this little continuation of things kind of not being clear unless maybe they get talked about. There's this work that needs to be done still that might be taking a little bit of time. The next action steps to take, and then I'll do an oracle card. We've got the 10 of sticks, So any other messages about this Ten of Sticks? Moon card might just feel uncomfortable, but when you get the Moon card, that's the energy that you're supposed to be feeling. So it can describe like fears, worries, and fears because of the anxiety that comes with not being able to see a situation clearly all at one time. Yeah. Hidden doesn't have to mean bad. It doesn't mean bad. It just means that it's not as clear. Well, I think that your intuition might be spot on. I think it's just we have trouble like hearing ourselves sometimes because, I don't know if you struggle with anxiety, but there's like a lot of things going on in the world, people go through traumatic experiences and it makes it more difficult for them to communicate with their intuition or be able to just feel anything in general. Any messages about this Ten of Sticks as to how to make the relationship between Gianna and their partner more cohesive? I like this. We got the Star card. Any other messages about this Ten of Sticks? Yeah. Well, that's good to pay attention to, especially if something comes up multiple times. Like, whenever that happens to me, if I'm doing a reading for myself, I just really try and investigate that card, either by like looking at the picture and just seeing what's going on in the picture, or looking at what other people's interpretations of that card is, and then just seeing what stands out to me, like what resonates with me. So, how to make the relationship better? The first card we got was that Ten of Sticks, and we were talking about like laying burdens down, asking for help, maybe like, or, pushing through and seeing what happens when you push through because there could be a reward. We've got the Star card, which is talking about there's this person here, and there's a bunch of like fairies around them, and there's very much this concept or this idea of something being like wish fulfillment, something that you are hopeful for. So if there were advice coming from the universe, I think it's to be hopeful for the future, trying to have a bigger picture perspective of y'all's connection, right? Trusting in yourself, falling back on the universe, allowing a situation maybe to unfold. And we've got this Ace of Bottles, and it was in the reverse position. So I'm kind of feels like if the idea, if how you're feeling right now is a sense of hopelessness, then I think that what this Ten of Sticks with this Star and this Ace of Bottles is saying is, stay hopeful, ask for help, um, anything that you feel like you might be missing, or any type of, if you're confused about exactly what it is that you want, showing yourself maybe some compassion, spending some time with yourself to understand what it means for you to either be receiving love or extending love or connection. Interesting. I want to pull another clarifier from that. Sharing how you feel. There's this burden here, so maybe taking on a new approach, seeing a bigger picture, taking on a new approach that's coming from extending someone's emotions or coming from a place of love here. Any other messages about this Ten of Sticks? And then we'll do a couple oracle cards for you as some advice. We've got two more clarifiers. We've got this 8, this Eight of Pentacles, or this Eight of Rupees, and it was in reverse. And we've got this King of Rupees. And in regards to how to make your relationship better while taking into consideration staying hopeful, delegating responsibilities, understanding what it means for you to be extending towards this person, or what it is that you need from this other person to be extending towards you, is having a lot to do, again, with understanding your own value. And, you know, maybe there's this energy here of coming at the situation from a fresh perspective. This King of Rupees looks like they have, you know, they've built stability around them. They know how to manifest and make something grow from seed. Obviously, we also got this Eight of Rupees here. Even though it was in reverse, it doesn't necessarily mean that something is not continuing to grow. There's just this element of looking at something from a perspective of how do I want this to continue to grow, instead of, you know, maybe expecting that somebody know everything that I want. Um, communicating with yourself as to what it is that you feel like you're missing, that you're expecting this other person to give you. And maybe this person thinks something similar. Communicating what it is that you need, how to make something more of a solid foundation, as to in opposed to something feeling like pressure. So I'm gonna do a soul truth, and then I'll do a universe has your back oracle card. Any advice for Gianna in regards to their connection to this other person? Okay. Now use the universe has your back deck. Any advice from the universe for Gianna in regards to their situation with their other person? Okay. So from the Soul Truth deck, we've got name all the things you love, and this is advice for you in regards to this situation. Are you one of them? So name all the things you love. Are you one of them? I give myself all the love and attention I need, which is synonymous, or like very like in correspondence to kind of the last few things that I mentioned when we were talking about advice. And the universe would like you to know, yes, exactly, Jenna. My fearless freedom lights up the world. So there's this element here of like not holding yourself back, understanding your light and allowing that to come through. And like energies will be attracted to you. That's what I think that this is saying. So, Gianna, I hope that that helped. Yeah, I feel that. I need that too. I'm glad I saw that card too. All right. Thank you so much, Maria. Gianna, thank you so much for bringing your energy to the channel again. And I hope you ask me more questions, or the same question, or whatever. It doesn't matter in the future. I just appreciate your energy. Evelyn, is Evelyn here? give Evelyn a second. Hey, Evelyn. Do you want to take a minute to post your question in the chat, and then I'll be able to answer it. Okay. For your first question, I'm going to use this deck by Bridget Esselmont, who has a really cool podcast about tarot. If you're interested in getting started with tarot and learning how to utilize your intuition, I very much recommend this deck called Everyday Tarot. And that person, Bridget, has a website called Biddy Tarot. I'm sure you've seen it if you've been looking up like meanings of cards and whatnot. But they have a whole podcast. I use Podbean, which is an application that I know that they have streamed their podcast on. They go through like all the cards. They have guest speakers. So if you're interested in tarot, this deck is really beautiful. You'll see. All right, Evelyn. Let me get it going for Evelyn. I'm gonna light some incense so we can really get it popping in here. Okay. All right, Evelyn. Coming up for you in the next couple of weeks. I don't know why I just saw an image of a boat, but oftentimes like the images that I have are not meant to be taken literally. It could just mean travel. It could mean travel by water. It could be going into the depths of your subconscious. So we'll see what's up. All right. Oh, did ya? So coming up within the next couple of weeks. What kinds of energies will be coming? What kinds of energies will Evelyn be experiencing in the next couple of weeks? Hey, Tamara. Yes, let's do it. Ooh, it fell on the ground. Go get that. We got the Page of Pentacles as to the types of energy that you might be encountering in the next couple of weeks. It could be receiving an offer about something that is pertaining to the physical plane. Could be like a money offer. Could be somebody apologizing. We'll get some clarifiers on that. It could be, we were just talking about you being on a boat and this person is, very much outside, touching and feeling, getting all the senses and everything. So it could be an opportunity to do something more in nature. What types of energies will Evelyn be experiencing within a couple of weeks, next couple of weeks? It's sometimes associated with like job offers too, because jobs bring in money, and money are a physical, like 3D object. I like it though. Any other messages about types of energies? Okay. I know we just talked about this being related to work. We got another pentacle. And you see how this person is working? They're like really like, so what I think is happening right here within the next couple of weeks, there might be a new opportunity to really take some time and be either doing the work that you love or really honing in on a new skill. Like they're at the 8, right? And the cycle, starts over after the 10. There's been a lot of work put into something up to this point. And there might be an opportunity within the next couple coming weeks to improve on a skill, learn a new skill. You just seem to be in alignment with that. Let's see what else comes up. Any other energies that Evelyn might be encountering in the next couple of weeks? I don't know if you're Evelyn, if you're currently at a state of mind where you are. I don't know if you're working in any industry. You don't have to tell me if you are, but there seems to be this like lack of. So I think what's coming up in the next couple of weeks might be stemming from either a situation in which you felt conflicted being inspired about. So you must have not been inspired by something, but there is something that that might be bringing you wish fulfillment, or something that is very like emotionally fulfilling to you, that might have to do with either this new offer or a new start towards something that you can really like up your skill set about, or really like get like detailed about something specific that you are good at or that you like to do. Let's do an oracle just for that one part of the reading, and then I'll get to your other part about the victor person. There could be some sort of like either resolution because someone is apologizing to you, or there could be a resolution because you recognize what it is that makes you yourself happy. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that you're doing a lot of work, and I think that this is just kind of like the universe validating that there's a lot of work being put into this. Any messages for Evelyn? Right, what brings you like peace of mind, like regardless of what anybody else is doing, regardless of what anybody else is doing, like you can't control what other people do. They're gonna live their lives. So here we got for the first part, the answers that you need are coming. Let me read that right quick. Oh, I just opened the book to it. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. This card is a reminder that it's important to speak your truth. Remember that your words have consequences and impact your listener. Right now, you need to guard against indiscretion. The answers you need may well come soon. The issue you're facing could well be one or a few conversations away from being resolved. If you are inquiring about a love situation, a little flirting may be called for. If you're in the middle of an argument, this card comes to you as a reminder of the old, very non Gemini message least said, soonest mended. It's good to talk, but be careful you aren't causing yourself any issues with your words. Words have an enormous power. Um, Words have an enormous power. Your word is your wand. You create magic and your own reality every time you express yourself. Attuned to the moon says, have an important conversation, but stay calm. Additional meanings, don't be superficial. Someone is trying to flirt with you. Have you noticed? You need to laugh off this situation and just move on. Job applications have good prospects. So, if any of those resonated with you, obviously all of those like interpretations wouldn't resonate with someone. But I think your intuition, how you're feeling, can kind of you'll feel like when one of those things like connects with you. So interesting. There is this energy here of communication. Either if it was coming from a place of conflict, but within the next couple of weeks, I do see a lot of growth and understanding of what it is that you need, regardless of what somebody else is doing. So this looks great. Let's do you and this other person, Victor. How do they feel about you? Let's do past, present, future, and then I'll do some clarifiers and then an oracle for you. I've been asking for things to heal and for things to get better and trying to fix the way I say things because I always explode when I'm upset. Okay, then that looks like some excellent validation for you. You know, I think like what that oracle card was just talking about might just be some validation from the universe that yes, that is the correct way to go about this right now. All right, so we're going to do a past, present, future in regards to how this person, Victor, feel about Evelyn. There's this energy here of freedom so far. So I'm interested to see how that plays out in the rest of the reading. We've got past energies, like their past energy towards you, Evelyn. It's this right here. We've got their present energies towards you. And we've got their future energy toward you. Bottom of the deck, we have this Fool card here. There's this underlying energy about someone being free, feeling free. In the past, we'll get some clarifiers for this too. In the past, in regards to how someone might be feeling about you, they might have extended themselves. They might have been like withholding extending themselves because they wanted to make sure that it was a good investment. Presently, we've got the Seven of Cups. They might be thinking about you. This is very much daydreaming. They might be thinking about you. They might have a lot of their mind, and you might be one of those things. But it's. I will say that it is a card of not taking action on those things. This is just someone allowing themselves to be in this very dreamy headspace, which is good. It's good to have sometimes. We'll get some clarifiers on that in the future. This is the slowest moving knight in the deck, so it could mean in the future this person's energy towards you might be one of extension. This person might feel like they need some time in order to get to this point. There's some seeds being planted and being taken care of in the back. So this person might be either focusing on themselves or coming at either you or the situation in a kind of like slow, cautious pace. So let's get some clarifiers on these three. Universe, what can you tell me about this Ace of Pentacles in reverse? Okay, well, I will say that this Knight of Pentacles is a card of, yes, it's slow moving, but it's because someone is very cautious, thinks about everything before they do it, is very determined, very committed to continuing to see this foundation get built. So I will say that. Okay, any other information about this Ace of Pentacles in reverse? As to how they feel towards you in the past. Multiple times I have seen something about having patience and something taking a long time or quite a while. There's this energy here of like having patience, being fed up with having patience. They're an end, kind of wrapping up a cycle, allowing someone's worries and concerns to kind of fade away. This Ten of Swords. In relation to this energy, this Ace of Pentacles here, in the past, there might have been an extension of someone wanting to build something. And in the past, this person's energy towards you could be one in which they might have been struggling to let go of some worries and concerns and fears, and maybe not allowing something to grow because of these worries and concerns and fears. Couldn't commit to engagement. Yeah, we argued a lot. It's on and off relationship, but when it comes to one of us wants it, the other pulls away. I see you. It definitely does have that type of that type of energy, even though there's literally there's a lot of pentacles on the floor right now, on in the spread right now. Um, so there is this sense here of like, do I invest in this? Do I not invest in this? And maybe this person felt impatient, or they feel like they need to watch their back in regards to investing into this connection with you, which may or may not have to do with you at all. Let's see. Any messages about this Seven of Cups as to how Victor feels about Evelyn, their energies towards Evelyn right now? Maybe they didn't like the way that something was going, like, okay, this is very interesting. This Seven of Cups is dreamy, focusing on your dreams, wish fulfillment, desires, not necessarily taking action on those things, but allowing yourself the space to be thinking. And we've got the Star card to clarify that, which is another one directly talking about someone's someone's desires, what someone wishes to have happen. And so I'm getting that even though this person might not currently be in a space of acting on, you had mentioned that it kind of goes back and forth and that their emotions kind of like flying around. Maybe this person is just like wanting something more grounded, but might not know exactly how to get there. Or, as far as how they feel towards you, I definitely think there is some like emotional stimulation here. Very much in someone's dreams, and by that I mean it's just something that makes brings them like their heart feels like they've quenched some desire. Okay, I'll be sure and ask that. Any messages about this Knight of Pentacles, about the future energies that Victor might be having towards Evelyn? Got this Five of Pentacles. It's possible that this person might be coming in to apologize in the future. Any other messages about this Knight of Pentacles? We have another, hey Janice, another card here, this Nine of Cups. I'm asking about any other messages that the universe have for Victor as far as their in the future, their energies towards you. I got another card about wish fulfillment and making their dreams manifest and wanting their dreams to manifest. I think this person might be feeling at a lack or something was lost, and that's why they might be coming back to either apologize. Hey Janice, yes, definitely, you can have a reading. There's this sense here of like, I lost something that I want, that this connection that I want, and so they might be coming back around to either apologize. There's been several pentacles here, and oftentimes that can be associated with like mending some sort of foundation. But we'll see what the best action steps for you to take, Evelyn, are. I'm interested in this Fool card. Universe, what can you tell me about this Fool card? There is, I don't know whose energy this is. There is this energy around right now um, in regards to this Fool card and feeling free that also has to do with maybe doing something or acting in a way that that person does not need to be acting. It's kind of like going behind someone's back to get what they want. This person might, and that's not to say that this person does not desire you or that they might not be trying to stay in your life and hang around. You broke it off because they apologize because they mess up a lot and hardly know how to express their feelings. There's this energy here of feeling free to express oneself. So that could be like somebody wanting, hey man, yeah, of course, can be added to that. Of wanting to express oneself. Along with the Fool, I've got this King of Wands who has no problem expressing themselves and going after what it is that they desire. And I've got this Seven of Swords, which could be someone who is either going about communicating in kind of a shoddy way, or it's something that is difficult for them to master. They could be having some unstable thoughts. But maybe a sense of freedom, or maybe this sense of freedom is maybe what's required for the time right now, so this person can get a better handle on how to be a better, like, communicate more efficiently. So let me pull in, I want to do an Iris Oracle as to action steps that would be the best for you to take, right? Because this person's gonna act however they want, no matter what I'm reading and here, the energies that I'm reading, like it could change tomorrow or even later today because this person makes their own choices. You can't control how they feel, how they act. So I would love for you to walk away with feeling empowered, like you can do something about at least your position in the situation. Does the universe have any advice for Evelyn in regards to their connection with Victor and action steps as to what's the best action step for them to take next, or what should Evelyn be thinking about in order to best benefit themselves? Okay, I don't think I've seen this card before. We've got card number 68, sitting on top of the world. So I'll read it just from what it looks like. It looks like someone, there's these stars again that are talking about, and we're out in the universe on top of the earth. We're talking about someone's hopes, desires, wishes, dreams. This person has a bigger perspective of what's going on down here, and they can see all of this stuff out here, all these like hopes and wishes and dreams and whatnot. So let's read that. Number 68, sitting on top of the world. And this was advice for you, Evelyn, from the universe. You made it. Bam. You are on top now, looking down. Don't all of your struggles look tiny from up here? Dang. Enjoy this time of success and empowerment. And remember, next time you have a stress that makes you feel like it will be the end of the world, think back to this time. Think back to all the struggles that brought you to this place. And if you are in a place where you are dealing with many difficulties, think back to the last time you felt like you were on top. If you were there before, you can be there again. And I would like to do a soul truth for you as well, so you can have something maybe more tangible to like practice or think about. I do see that this person cares for you. Then you will be free. You will be free because that is a choice that you will make for yourself. Yeah, I know you can't control like what somebody else is doing and the actions that they take, and everybody's on a different timeline, as far as like being conscious of themselves and where they're at with their understanding of themselves. Any advice for Evelyn in regards to Evelyn's next action steps in relation to their connection to Victor? Damn, so many just popped out right now. I'm definitely going to hold on to that one. I'll put these back. And we'll read this one and then I'll draw one more. So, Soul Truth is saying, what excuses am I making right now? This says, no more waiting. There will never be a good enough time. The time is now. Today's soul action, if it's important enough to you, you will find a way. That's exactly what I was just saying. Like how you've been saying, you've been praying a lot to be free from this relationship. If you want to be free from something that is stressing you out, you will get yourself there. If it's important enough to you, you will find a way. Today, make a decision and do it even if you don't feel ready. Listen to your heart, you will be led. Let's do one more for you. Any other advice, universe, for Evelyn? I hope this is resonating with you, Evelyn, that you find this helpful. Ooh, we got another. From whom can I release judgment right now? Judgment closes our heart to truth and separates us from love. It binds us to our fear and holds us in shame. On whom are you placing judgment right now? Is it someone in your life? Is it yourself? Release the shackles, drop the expectations, and be grateful for what is. Today's soul action is look at the person you are judging as if you are looking at a small child. See them learning and growing, falling down and making mistakes. See their desire to be loved and accepted. Add even more grace to open your heart to this truth. When I lift the judgment from myself and others, I uncover my own truth. I am loved, I am whole, I am limitless, and so are they. So there's this continued, I'm getting the chills right now just talking about it. There's this continued theme of putting the power back in yourself and not waiting for something else to happen. Or, if you've communicated with this person what it is that you need and you trust yourself on what it is that you need, you will get yourself what it is that you need. And you don't have to be like waiting around for someone or like giving your power to somebody else. Your time and your energy is what I mean when I say power, right? Because I guess that's energy over time, huh? The definition of power. It's a lot about self-empowerment here. I can tell that this person cares for you. I can answer that question. But I think that this situation and a lot of other situations that involve connections with other people are more complex because they kind of stop right at like, well, I can't control what this person does. Yes, this person feels some type of way towards me, but I need some self empowerment here because I'm not feeling good. So Evelyn, I hope that that helped you. It seems like you are a very intuitive person, and that you know what it is that you need in order for yourself to feel respected. All right. I'm going to do one more person before I go take my pup on a walk. Oh, I'm so glad, Evelyn. I'm so glad. Hey, Harmony. Good to see you. Changi is up next, I believe. Oh, look, it's Maria says that it's Maria. I know. I'm trying to figure out how to make these a little quicker while giving you the same amount of content. And Harmony, if you don't want to hang out, but you still have a question, you can leave it in the chat. Okay, Maria, thank you. Okay. Jamie, you want to give me your question? If I can get through it quick, then I can probably do Changi. Yeah, I can probably do that quick. Will Ash and I be in a committed relationship in the future? Let's see what's up. I want to do a past, and, present, and future for this. Of course, Harmony. Do whatever you feel makes you comfortable. Yes, thank you, Maria. I appreciate everyone's communication with each other. So helpful. All right, so I'm thinking about Changi and I'm thinking about Ash. And I want to do past, present, and future. I want to do a past, present, and future specifically because I'm thinking about what it means to ask the question, will you be in a committed relationship in the future? I'm going to ask, what are first question, first card's going to be what Ash's intentions for y'all's relationship in the future is going to be. So what are Ash's intentions for their connection with Changi in the future? Yeah, Ash's intentions with Changi in the future. I see taking action. You see how all these are planted back here? You had to start from a seed. You started from a page, according to like Western tarot. Starts out from a seed, some idea, something tangible, some foundation that wants to grow. And I see this person, even if it might be slow moving, if it feels like it's slow, it might be because this person is taking every precaution and making sure that every step that they're taking is correct for everybody involved. I just got the chills. I got the chills right here. What's up with that? Windows on this side, and there's not even a breeze coming through here. I want to get some clarifiers. I'm getting chills all up on my body right now. Who's this person? Let's see. Any messages about... Okay. I just looked at the bottom of the deck, and I've got this Nine of Cups. There's some wish fulfillment. Someone's very, very coming from a place of love. And it could be because they have, accepted, they're very much into self-love, which is awesome because if someone knows how to take care of themselves, I know, right, Manya? Definitely. Um, when someone takes care of themselves and they know how they like to be treated, what it is that they want, what is it that makes their heart, like when something just makes you feel like your heart just open and you want to connect, when someone knows how to make that, do that for themselves, they often have a really easy time with their other connections because they know they have that knowledge about themselves. I know, right? Ooh, I'm getting I got goosebumps all over my body right now. Maybe y'all's energy is just coming through the coming through the screen right now. I love it. Let's get some clarifiers on this Knight of Pentacles for Chingy. Okay, I just got the star. The star is synonymous to the Nine of Cups that I just saw at the bottom of the deck. This is someone's wish fulfillment. So I would say to answer your question, I feel like this is just like very clear. This is a very clear reading. Um, you know, this person very much sees a future with you, and I believe is willing to put in the work, the dedication. I love the star card too, Mania. So what I want to do for you, Chingy, is I would love to do a moonology for you. I'll do a moonology and an iris for you. All right, universe. Any information that I can deliver to Chingy in regards to their connection um, with their person? Okay, Tamara. All right, any information for Chingy? In regards to the connection with this person. A lot of people be getting this one. And I think that I'm going to read the one on the bottom too. But people be getting this communication is key. New moon in Gemini. So I don't know if people be in situations where they, if you don't know, you never know what the outcome of something is going to be because you are in control of that to a very large extent. Like you have willpower. And I could tell you everything that I just told you in this reading just now. But if you were to change up the way that you are acting or behaving towards this person, then these things that are talking about the future might not apply anymore. So I always love any advice that I can get on communication. I love to use because I cannot like well sometimes I have premonitions, but as far as like in my own life kind of having another tarot reader tell me with absolute 100% certainty what's going to happen in the future, it's just not going to happen because everything changes all the time in our action steps and the way that we communicate, the dreams that we have, it's changing all the time. So we are very much in control of our futures. There is a high probability of something happening, which is like what an outcome might be. Um, so any advice I can get on communication for myself as well, so I'm not like freaking out or like attacking someone with my communication just because I'm anxious about something happening in the future. Like I will take it. Okay, Ashley, you're welcome to leave your question in the comments too, and then I'll tag you in it. Oh, thank you, Janice. You don't have to be sorry about that. Thank you. I appreciate that. New moon in Gemini. Communication is key. A successful relationship usually comes down to one thing: communication. And the new moon in Gemini card is all about the start of a new cycle for communicating with the person at the center of your question. Talking things through is the answer to whatever it is you're asking about. If you can't talk to that person, you can journal about it to yourself. Emails, text messages, and all other forms of communication will also help you now. If the issue you're asking about concerns a sibling or neighbor, there's a new start coming, a time to wipe the slate clean and start over. This card could also suggest you've been too frivolous lately and need to get grounded again. But most importantly, drawing this card emphasizes the need to communicate. Attune to the moon, write a list of all the people you love most and see if you are prioritizing them. Additional meanings, time to tell someone how you feel. Don't be all in your head and not in your heart, which is what we were just talking about. Someone is flirting with you, and read more books. And I wanted to read this one on the bottom. It says, have faith in your dreams. So maybe there's some self-doubt when it comes to that sort of thing. Just a second. All right. Don't give up. The situation you're asking about is still taking shape. You're nowhere near the end of the story. Whatever is happening now is just a step along the way. As they say in the self-help classics, everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Yeah. However, the waxing crescent moon is a reminder that you must still keep working towards whatever it is that you want. If you can't take practical steps, spend time meditating on the question you're asking about and allow your higher self to download information to you about your best next step. Overall, this card suggests that there is every reason to be hopeful for a very positive outcome to the situation you're asking about. So keep the faith. Attuned to the moon, I am focused on what I want. Additional meanings. Just because you can't see your dreams, it doesn't mean that they're not manifesting. That is 100% correct. Don't look back. Stay focused on moving forward. Be patient as events unfold. We were talking about the first card that came out when we were doing the tarot reading was that Knight of Pentacles. And one of the first things I mentioned was that this is something that takes time. So be patient, dig a little deeper to find more courage. Okay. I hope that helped you, Changi. I appreciate you connecting with me. And Maria, you've been so helpful. I would love to answer a question for you before I go and take my pup on a walk. So if you have a question in mind, I'll give you some time to get that together if you'd like. You're welcome, Chingy. Yes, Maria's been so helpful. Seriously, thank you. That's you, Chingy. Okay. I got you, Maria. Let's do it. Okay. If Maria decides that they would like to get married in the future, what will their husband or partner be like? I don't know why I'm getting a fire sign. Instantly what popped up for me, I don't know why this could mean anything. I instantly got a fire sign, someone who just takes initiative, um, might be an entrepreneur, might be someone who likes to do things outdoors. Let's see what we got going on here. I haven't even done the reading yet. What will Maria's future husband be like if they decide to get married? Maria's future husband. What will be some qualities of Maria's future husband? So when I was shuffling, I got the Ten of Cups. I put it back in because too many cards came out at one time. But I just pulled some now, and I'm again getting a similar energy. This is the Six of Cups, but you can see that this person, there's something very either family oriented about this person, or there's something where this how they enjoy either connecting with their family, they enjoy building a family, and a family doesn't mean that you are like the very like heteronormative very dogmatic way of thinking that you have to live your life or have to have a family of like a person that identifies as a man, a person identifies as a woman, having a child. This could be someone who has like an adoptive family, people that they consider their family by choice, not necessarily by blood. Someone who is open to those types of ideas. This person has very much some water elements to them. Um, they might be the type of person that achieves the things that bring them wish fulfillment. They have a specific value system that I feel is genuinely good-hearted, comes from a space of connecting, of sharing, of extending the self, of opening the heart chakra. And I believe that that's how this person, like how I was saying that there's something about a fire sign. I believe that that's how this person feels motivated in doing the type of entrepreneurship work that they're doing. Um, but I feel that this person very much values their intuition, connection, um, love, operating from their heart chakra, and like I'm interested in this chariot. Why this chariot is here? I want to do a clarifier on that. Any messages about this chariot? I think the reason why this person will have this type of characteristic when you meet them is because of a lot of self-growth that they have done from somebody that has hurt them in the past that may have been very manipulative or said some very hurtful words. And so that's why I think maybe if this is a fire sign and they've got all this water to them, it's because they've done some growing. So let's do an oracle for you. I want to do a couple oracles for you. I want to do Moonology first. I might just do one from every oracle for you. It's a beautiful card. Any messages for Maria regarding their future partner or husband if they decide to get married. Messages for Maria. Of course, that's some really good energy, and I'm getting the chills over here just kind of talking about it. So this first card is super beautiful. I love this card. Full Moon, surrender to the divine. To me, I'm going to read it from the booklet, but to me, this is kind of saying, allow things to flow. You seem to be in a very intuitive person. The universe is speaking to that. And, you know, like attracts like. And what I mean by that is like everybody has a frequency that is constantly like vibrating out from them in like a cyclic fashion. And the energy that you exert attracts no matter where you are in the world or the universe. Like your energy will attract like energy. And I think that you're probably very aware of this. We've got nothing will come of this situation. And why I'm picturing these two together. Look at this. I think this card has the biggest picture of the moon on it out of all the cards in the deck, and this card has the smallest picture of the moon out of all the cards in the deck, which I just think is very interesting. There's something very specific about the way that the universe is wanting to communicate this to you right now. As far as it looks like trusting in the universe and going with the flow. So let me read these to you. We've got full moon. If I can find it. Full moon. All right, surrender to the divine. Sai small, yes. Surrender to the divine. Full moon. The very word climax brings all sorts of ideas and images to mind. Agreed. But it is really the feeling of this card. Life is coming to a head, a point, a conclusion, or a turning point. There may be some kind of change and possibly even some sort of emotional explosion. Tune into your emotions now and see what they're telling you. They're very likely close to the surface. No matter when in the moon cycle you've pulled this card, matters will soon conclude, and you'll find out whether or not your wishes are going to come true. The odds are in your favor, as this is a positive card, but you may need to work harder than usual to keep cool as events unfold. Attuned to the moon, I am getting the answers I need. Additional meanings for this card. A wish you made may be about to come true. It's make or break time. There could be a sense of madness in the air. Breathe deep and stay calm. You may need to forgive someone to release negative energy. It's time to let go of the past and move on. The next card was the Void of Course Moon, which said nothing will come of this situation, which is, again, I think, just speaking to allowing something to unfold. This is hilarious, and I'll show you why this is hilarious in just a second. So I'm starting to read this, right? In a form of astrology known as horary, where an astrological chart is cast according to when the question is asked and decoded, a void of course moon means nothing will come of this matter, or this situation will bear no fruit. This may or may not be good news depending on what you're asking. For example, if you were worried about something, whatever it was, this card can be taken as a sign that there's nothing to worry about. And that's the feeling. That is exactly the feeling that I'm getting with this surrender to the divine. And I know for a fact that this card is having to do with to surrender to divine. And I'll show you why I know that in just a second. Other than the fact that I just trust myself on feeling this. This may or may not, right, this may or may not be good news. Right, this card can be taken as a sign that there's nothing to worry about. However, if you're asking about a new project of any kind, which I don't feel that this is, including a new relationship, it's a sign to adjust your expectations or change things so that you get a different outcome. Remember, the cards can only predict what you are currently creating, and you can change that with your both your behavior and beliefs. So remember, the cards can only predict what you are currently creating. That's kind of like what I'm talking about when I say that nothing is ever set in stone. And you can change that with both your behavior and your beliefs. That's exactly what I've been talking about. Attuned to the moon, I trust in my highest good. Additional meanings for this card. Check this out. The chances of something are diminishing, yes. Something better may be around the corner. Believe that you will get what you need. Surrender to the divine. Look at this. I'm reading about this card right here. Additional meanings, it literally says surrender to the divine, which is the card that you got with that other one. The universe is like being very specific about what it is that they would like you to be conscious of. Take time out, meditate, and contemplate. Bloop. Damn, got called out by the universe. Not that that's a bad thing. That's great. Let me do the soul truth for you. Maybe there's something that you could be like journaling about or thinking about, other than all these messages we just got from spirit. Right now, whoa, jumped out of there. Says, what can I do to make a difference? Says, what keeps you up at night? What makes you cringe when you think about it, such that every ounce of you screams, no more? Where can you create purpose out of your pain? Today's soul action says, make a difference in someone's life today, big or small, because all of it makes a difference. I like that. And let's do a universe has your back for you. Any messages for Maria? Any advice? Anything that would like best benefit them to be thinking about right now? It looks like things are just kind of coming together, allowing things to unfold, trusting in the universe. This is interesting. True healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers. It's interesting to me because when I was shuffling, when I was initially doing the tarot reading with these, I saw the Eight of Bottles. And even throughout the Moonology reading that we did, there was this energy and the soul truth one of, I don't know what you've been through, but if there is something that traumatic that you had to walk away from, or that you continuously are still walking away from, there's been some sort of difficult transition. I think it's talking about like focusing on this and giving back in this way. They're talking about like you making a difference in someone's life and how that can benefit multiple people at one time. There's this energy here about healing. True healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers. So maybe even just like feeling whatever you want to feel like towards, this person that hasn't come in your life yet, or like anybody around you. Exactly. Hey, Sneed, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Doing well. How are you? Yes, you can ask a question. I would love to answer your question. Um, I don't know what's going on with you during this time in your life, but there are these advice that the universe is giving to you that will put you in alignment with a person that could really benefit you or compliment you or continue to bring good things into your life that you already brought into your life before you met that person. Um, so let's do in an iris for you. and then I'll take a break, and then I'll take my pup on a walk, and then we'll continue. I'm thinking about ending the live stream, just this one specifically, when I go out and take my pup for a walk. And then I will be back and come back on in about 20 minutes or so. I want to get some more advice for Maria. It will be the same list. It will be the same list. And I have it written down here according to what Maria has as well. Okay, Maria. Thank you. Any additional advice for Maria? Oh, okay. Thank you, Maria. I know, me too. I just saw that. 222. Any additional advice for Maria? We got laughing and crying. Laughing and crying. Let's see what's up here. Let it all out. Cry, laugh, scream if you need to. Let your body have a full release of all that has been cooped up in there. There are those of us who hold things in for years, and when that one thing happens to make us cry till our body is numb, it can clean out those spider webs. It may make you feel like a crazy person, but we all do it. So it sounds like you're going through a lot of like transformation and growth and understanding of yourself, which is excellent. I'm glad. I'm super glad. I'm getting chills. I'm getting chills like on my legs. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I appreciate y'all being in here and being patient. And again, if there's anybody in here who doesn't want to wait to have their question answered, I'm gonna put my email right here in the chat, but I'm also gonna be back in about 20, 30 minutes or so. I'm just walking up. The time was 7:44. So you can leave your question in the chat when this video gets posted, which I think it does like right after I end the chat, or like a couple hours or something it takes. I'll be able to see the live stream. I'll be able to see the live chat, and then I'll be able to welcome Maria. Thank you so much for like being bringing your energy to this channel. I really appreciate your energy. Anybody who wants to leave a question, I know people have lives, people got stuff they got to do. Leave it in the comments, and I will be able to tag you. And hey, Tabitha. So I'm just about to close out this stream. We can add you to the list. And and Dr. You too. So anybody that has just come on the stream right now, I'm about to end this because I got to go take my dog for a take my dog for a walk. Excuse me. And so I'll be back in about 20 minutes. If you don't want to wait around, you can ask a question for free. All of this is free. You can leave it in the comments. And I just posted my email in the chat. If you want to email me your question, I can answer it that way too. So I appreciate y'all being here and being patient. Like, wow, it's been almost 3.5 hours. I know y'all are waiting, and obviously there's other people. There's so many people on YouTube doing readings too. Like, interesting to see what people bring to the table and what their energies bring to the table. Yeah, in the comments, you can definitely do it in the comments if you'd like to. So I will be back. I hope y'all are having a chill day or night, whatever time of the day it is, and that you're feeling safe and drinking a lot of water. I say that because I need to be drinking more water right now. And Maria, thank you so much for keeping track of the list. And I will be back in about half hour. So I'll see y'all soon.